everyone, and Happy New Year to all of you. Happy New Year to everybody out there. You excited about this? Well, yeah. I can see you are. Happy New Year's Eve. What are you people doing here, by the way? Already off to a bad start. Now, all right. Thanks for the help, pal. Now, my evening's off to a bad start. No, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to remind you very quickly, though, tomorrow is New Year's Day. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a day that people traditionally spend watching football and throwing up. Seriously. It's true. Yeah. Yeah, which actually is something Jets fans have been doing all year. Mention. Huh? Get a little hate in there for the new year, huh? Big news story I want to share with you folks. Yesterday, I don't know if you heard this, President Clinton warned that even if people have a prescription for marijuana, they'll be sent to jail if they're caught smoking it. Is that amazing? Yeah. Yeah, but folks, don't get sad. On the bright side, in jail, it's a lot easier to get marijuana. Believe me. I know. Don't worry about it. Getting the voice of experience here. Finally, I just wanted to mention this before we get the show started. Yesterday, true story, a priest in Brooklyn fought off a would-be robber by kneeing him in the groin. I'm not kidding. Knee him in the groin. Yeah. Yeah, the priest explained, if I don't get to use mine, he shouldn't get to use his. So I thought, only fair. All right, let me tell you who's joining us tonight on this New Year's Eve show. We've got one of our best friends is back, one of our favorite guests, Mr. Scott Thompson is with us. He'll make with the funny. We also have from Saturday Night Live, Molly Shannon is with us as well. Two funny people. And then we got musical guest, Bare Naked Ladies, going to perform for you people. The power of music. And the man who created the Bare Naked Ladies, Max Weinberg, and his Max Weinberg 7. Hello there, Max. Welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for tuning in tonight. We got a great one for you. And let me begin by saying, Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah, that's exciting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a new year, so I gotta tell you this. Please, don't forget to put 1997 on your illegal checks to the Democratic Party, all right? Make sure you take care of that. You all liquored up, huh? Okay, here we go. I got we serve alcohol here now at the show. We find it helps. New Year's very exciting. Speaking of New Year's, in a recent interview, Dick Clark shared his secret for looking young. Isn't that great? Seriously, he said you should avoid germs, get regular checkups, and hang around Ed McMahon, which I thought... good advice. There is good news for the new year, ladies and gentlemen. Very good news. A new proposal in Massachusetts would bring... Doesn't count. It's my family. All right. A new proposal in Massachusetts would bring a literacy program to state prisons, which I think is very cool. Yeah. A state official said everyone has the right to know what their tattoos say. And I agree. I think... No. Finally, I thought this was really interesting. I read Glamour magazine, as every guy does. Please, back me up. It's very kind of you. No, but according to a new survey by Glamour magazine, 63% of men said they would not have fathered Madonna's baby, would not have fathered her baby if she had asked. Yeah. And the other 37% were asked. And I thought that was, who here was asked? All right, let's talk about tonight's show. We're very proud to start the new year with this show because we have from the #1 movie, Michael, with us tonight. Robert Pastorelli is with us tonight. It's the #1 movie. We don't know how that happened. We also have very funny comedian and a good friend of ours, Louis C.K. is with us this evening. And then we have, from the hit Broadway show Grease, Tracy Nelson with us. So it's a full, layered show. Layers of meaning, layers of mystery. And right over here to ring in the new year, Max Weinberg and his assembled Max Weinberg 7.
Here's your host, Conan O'Brien!
Thank you very much for coming. We got a really fine program for you tonight, and I'm excited, as you can tell, because I got got a big showbiz announcement. You want to hear this? This is pretty interesting. Thank you. All right, that was 1 no and 40 yeses. Okay. It was reported today, believe it or not, that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be called Michael Jackson Jr. Isn't that interesting? That's right. Yeah. So apparently, it's going to be a girl. It's interesting. Cute little baby. Huh? There is some real news, though. I don't know if you heard this. As part of the Olympic bombing investigation, they're still looking into this thing. The FBI apparently has assembled over 4,600 photographs taken at Centennial Park. That's right. Yeah, and amazingly, every one of the photos shows O.J. Simpson wearing Bruno Mali shoes. And he's modeling them. Man, anyone here have cable? You got cable? All right. Great, because cable will destroy shows like this. Okay. Why did they laugh at that? All right. But last night, true story, last night, Cinemax aired a 1-hour-long show entitled Breasts. Yeah, and the weird thing is Rush Limbaugh was featured. And they're beautiful. Pert and sexy. Why did I do that? Finally, I got to mention this. Kellogg's, we all love Kellogg's. They announced that Miss Universe will no longer be featured on their box of Special K because she's gained 50 pounds. Seriously. Yeah, well, a spokesperson for Kellogg's explained, it's not that we're taking her off the box, she just doesn't fit on it anymore. So she's got to go. So everyone's like, oh, and then ha ha. Joke's on her. I don't quite understand. All right, we're very happy here tonight at the show. We got a fine lineup for you. Listen to this from the hit show The Single Guy. Jonathan Silverman is on the program. And he's the single guy. You see how that works? We also have from Star Trek The Next Generation, LeVar Burton is with us tonight. He's an empath, I believe, on that show. And finally, it's kind of interesting, this guy's called the Junk Man. He basically, he makes junk into musical instruments. And I'm not kidding. That's our show tonight, yeah. Donald Kinnack is with us, and you'll see this is worth checking out. Because what else are you going to do late at night? And, of course, we have Max Weinberg and his very attractive Max Weinberg 7. Say hi to them. Hello, Max.
Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Everybody! Oh! Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here. We got a really nice show for tonight. We're going to have a good time. We got some good guests. We got some fun comedy. And I wanted to start the show off on a good note, so I got some cool gossip. You want to hear this? Yeah. Thank you for saying that, yeah. Real enthusiastic. Yeah, whatever. This is good gossip, actually. I don't know if you heard this, but it was reported today that President Clinton and the First Lady had a big fight at the inauguration because he forgot to bring the family Bible. That's right. Yeah, true story, yeah. Yeah, luckily the president had several motel room Bibles in the car, so they were all right. Kind of saved things. This is interesting. I don't know if you're following this, but yesterday in California, which we know is a strange place, a new law was proposed that would ban Ebonics from the classroom. That's right. The bill's sponsor said, "This bill should pass because it be fresh and fat." Which I think is good words. I heard something, this is sort of celebrity news. I thought it was interesting. Elizabeth Taylor's 65th birthday party is coming up. And apparently at this birthday party, Michael Jackson is going to read aloud a poem he wrote. I'm not kidding, yeah. Yeah, and it starts out, "There once was an androgynous freak from Nantucket." What would rhyme with that? And then finally, this is kind of more local, but I thought it was interesting. Last night, police in New Jersey pulled over what they thought was a drunk driver, and it turned out to be a couple engaging in oral sex. Yeah. Yeah, the officer issued a stern warning and a high five. And that took care of the whole problem. All right, let's talk about tonight's show. Enough messing around. We're very excited because the lovely and talented, you don't often get that, Suzanne Summers is with us. Yeah, Suzanne Summers. Inventor of the Butt Master and the Thigh Master, for which she won a Nobel Peace Prize. And I think she invented a new thing that works both simultaneously. I don't know. She's here, and it will frighten and amuse. We also have one of our favorite comedians with us tonight. Mr. Rich Hall is going to perform for you. Yes. And then finally, I said that's enough show. Someone else said no. We need to get musical guest Luscious Jackson to perform. And then I knew all was well. And then right here, dressed like a gangster, Max Weinberg and his Max Weinberg 7. Max!
Conan.
Don't hurt me. gentlemen, we got a kick-ass show for you tonight, and we apologize for that because that's wrong. We got a great show. We got a real good guest lineup tonight, Andy, right?
Excellent guest lineup.
We got a good guest lineup. We got some good comedy this evening, and I'm in a good mood because I have the latest on the Clinton sex scandal. Do you want to hear this? Yeah! All right. This is actually, I thought I had been shocked, but this is the most shocking thing I've heard yet. According to Newsweek, Monica Lewinsky once waited in President Clinton's private study while he met with the president of Mexico so they could have sex afterwards. That's what they're saying. That's true. Yeah, and when asked to comment, the Mexican president said, "Now I know why our meeting lasted 11 seconds." Which is not... That's sad. Hello? Hola, and then adios, and then he was off. I don't know if you heard this. This is very inspirational, I think, because I cherish the elderly. Only 3 weeks after having her hip replaced, Britain's 97-year-old Queen Mother walked out of the hospital in high heels. Which I think is very cool. That's true. Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, then she wowed the crowd by doing a backflip and an end zone dance. She did this thing. And everyone was happy. No, we don't encourage that here. Leave my booty alone. We also, this is a really weird entertainment story I want to share with you. In a recent interview, Wayne Gretzky's wife said that sometimes when she's with her husband, she feels like she's walking around with Michael Jackson. That's what she said. It's true. Yeah, meanwhile, Michael Jackson's wife said sometimes when she's with her husband, she feels like she's walking around with Wayne Gretzky's wife. Which I thought was really weird. I was thinking about it. Who actually followed what happened there? Anybody? Okay, I have 4 of you in my hip pocket, and we're ready for the show. We have a great show this evening, too. We're excited. We have with us this woman that they say is the queen of daytime. I say prove it. Ricky Lake is on the program. Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake's here. We have a very funny comedian on the show. Alan Havey is going to perform for you guys. He's very funny. And we have a really fascinating guy. He's a filmmaker who has made movies about Mount Everest. He went to the top of Mount Everest, filmed there. He's got some amazing stuff to tell us and show us. David Brashears is on the program. And ladies and gentlemen, my guide, if I ever do go to Everest, Max Weinberg, and the assembled Max Weinberg 7. Gentlemen. Thank you very much. We have a very nice show for you tonight. Thank you. Thank you all. We got a great show for you. We have a lot of great guests, a lot of fun stuff planned. And I'm happy because the nation is still obsessed with President Clinton's sex life. I am. I know I am. I know a few of you are. I don't know if you heard the latest. This is weird. A radio station, this is in the newspaper today, a radio station in what the hell was that? I'm not complaining, I just don't know what the hell it was. We'll try this like that didn't happen. Ah, man. Year 5 is when we become professional, folks. No, this is very strange. A radio station in Cincinnati is offering $1 million to any woman who can prove she's had sex with President Clinton. $1 million. Yeah, and the weird thing is, due to rising legal bills, Hillary showed up to collect. That was really weird. It's kind of... She's got the bed. Here's the dough. Yesterday, it's really... things are heating up. Yesterday, Kenneth Starr's grand jury, of course, everyone knows about that, Kenneth Starr's grand jury heard testimony from one of President Clinton's closest confidants. Yeah, or, in other words, Charlie Sheen. They talked. They used to hang out for a time. You don't know they were friends? All right. Give the guy a break. It's free. I don't know if you heard this. It's been reported that Michael Flatley, you know, the Lord of the Dance. You know this guy? Michael Flatley, the Lord of the Dance, is retiring from dancing to pursue a career in acting. True story. Yeah. Yeah, which means in a few years he'll be known as the Lord of the Infomercials. Just thinking about it. That's sad. Don't be happy. That's a sad thing. Finally, last thing I'll mention, I don't know if you're following the Olympics, but yesterday in Canada... You're not even from there. We like flapjacks. Yesterday in Canada, 5,000 fans showed up to welcome home the gold medal snowboarder who tested positive for marijuana. 5,000 fans, yeah. The turnout would have been a lot bigger, but a lot of his fans couldn't get off the couch. It's a problem. They're liking what happens with... In a good mood? Let's talk about tonight's show. We have a gentleman going to be on the program first. Always an entertaining guest. His last appearance was one of the funniest things I've seen on this show in a while. Rob Schneider is on the program. He's beloved. He's very funny. We also have an authority figure who'll bring some credibility to our sad show from Meet the Press, Tim Russert, on the program tonight. I brought him in to make us look like adults. And then, I don't know if anyone, how many of you have seen, it's a hit movie, Adam Sandler's movie, The Wedding Singer. Very funny guy. Alan Covert is on the show. He's in that movie. He's a funny guy. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, I bow to him because I must, Max Weinberg in the Max Weinberg 7. Max, nice to see you.
Your host, Conan O'Brien!
Man, welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks for coming. Everyone have a nice Christmas? You have a nice one? Good. Thanks for your mock enthusiasm. I appreciate it. Today, of course, is December 26th, the day after Christmas, which means that all around the country, people spent the day returning Michael Jordan's new cologne, which I thought was very nice. We got actually a lot of interesting stuff happening. I don't know if you heard this over the holidays. The Pope, did you hear about this? The Pope turned down Madonna's request to meet with her while she was in Rome for the premiere of Evita. That's right. Yeah, he said he couldn't. Get this, he said he couldn't because he was already going to the premiere of the Beavis and Butthead movie. He didn't want to miss that. He couldn't do it. I don't know if you heard that. Now, I don't know if anyone here does this. I've done it once or twice myself, but it was reported today that they actually found this out, 2 of the top fake names given when ordering Domino's Pizza this year, they actually looked them up. The 2 of the top fake names were Dennis Rodman and Bob Dole. I'm not kidding. That's true, yeah. Yeah, and apparently the thousands of times the name Bill Clinton was used, it actually turned out to be him. So they couldn't count it. Because he likes... And finally, I hate to do this. I'm going to end this little brief chat with some sad news, ladies and gentlemen. The inventor of Crest toothpaste has died. That's right. Yeah, apparently his last words were, "Great. Now I have to fight decay all over again." Who thought that was a little mean, huh? That's not bad. Who thought it wasn't mean enough, huh? I think we should let this crowd go and get a humane one. Yeah. Merry Christmas to all of us on the holidays. All right, let's talk about why we're so excited tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's not on the day after Christmas, which is good enough, but from Baywatch tonight we have Yasmine Bleeth, the very beautiful, very talented Yasmine Bleeth is with us. That's all the interview's going to be. Me. Stop that. We also have... You're creeping me out. All right. We also have, ladies and gentlemen, from the movie Scream, David Arquette. He's always entertaining. You never know what he's going to say. David Arquette's say the darndest things. And finally, musical guest tonight, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones will perform. That's a solid show. That's too much show for the likes of you. And ladies and gentlemen, a man who just got back from celebrating Christmas, Max Weinberg and his Max Weinberg 7. Max, hi. For coming. We got a great show tonight. We're gonna have I'm in a good mood. You're in a good mood, right? We're in a good mood. I tell you though, there is someone who's not in a good mood though. Got to share this with you. I don't know if you read about it, but yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, Congress formally reprimanded Newt Gingrich for ethics violations. And listen to this: they ordered him to pay a $300,000 penalty. That's right. Yeah, and yeah. Not only that, they had Dennis Rodman come in and kick him in the groin really hard. So, he's been handled. I don't know how many people here watched the inauguration. I don't know how many people saw it, but that's okay, I'll take your word for it. But after studying a text of President Clinton's inaugural address, language experts, this is true, they concluded it was at a 9th grade level. Seriously, yeah, which explains why Roger Clinton kept saying, "I don't get it." You can actually hear him on the tape. Hi there. Finally, I got to mention this. This is the last thing. In a recent interview, Hillary Clinton said that on weekends, she and the president like to clean out their closets and donate to the poor. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, which means a lot of homeless people are walking around wearing whitewater documents, and they don't even know it. They're not aware. All right, we're happy at the show. We're happy tonight, Andy, aren't we?
Oh, we always are happy.
It says that on a cue card.
Yeah, we're always happy, and thanks to the medication.
Yeah, which we've doubled the dose now. Yes. Yeah, we're very enthusiastic here at the show tonight because one of the great all-time comedians is with us, and also a man from my hometown, Stephen Wright, is with us this evening. Very happy to have him. We also have, for my money, the most beautiful of the supermodels. Rebecca Romaine is with us tonight. That's right. Everyone I went to high school with is going to be watching the show tonight like, what does that nerd get to talk to her? Why did you laugh at that?
I was wondering.
Yeah, you were wondering too. And finally, musical guest, one of our all-time favorites here at the show. This man plays like no one else. Mr. Junior Brown is with us. He's our musical guest. Junior's here. Yeah. And there, the man who laughs at the idea of me in high school being a nerd, Max Weinberg, and it's assembled Max Weinberg 7.
Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Everybody! Wow, welcome to the show! Man, sounds like a sports crowd tonight, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You can just feel the testosterone out there. We have sports fans here tonight? All right. I got the latest news for you. I heard this just recently during an interview last night. I don't know if you heard this. Dennis Rodman said he wants the NBA commissioner to stop treating him like a child. Yeah, that's right. Rodman said instead, he should start treating me like a violent, androgynous psychopath. And they're going to do that. I'm looking forward to that. We have some ladies watching the show, obviously. I call them ladies because I'm sleazy. But women really like Antonio Banderas. Is that correct? Okay. I'm going to pretend that applause was for me. Well, Antonio Banderas is claiming that the nude shot of him in Playgirl magazine is actually a fake photo. That's right. He said you can tell. He said you can tell because the only thing he's wearing in the picture is Bruno Mali shoes. I got the band and Andy on that one, so they're all I need. No. That's technically all we need to have a good show.
We are paid to be here. So
Andy's cue card says laugh.
Ha ha!
Interesting story. That was too good. The interesting story, the woman who won last year's Miss Universe competition has gained 50 pounds. Seriously, yeah. That's right. And so, yeah, that's right. So now she holds the Miss Universe crown and over 100 crowns from Burger King. A collection. And finally, I got to mention this because it's been reported. It's been reported, and they say it's true, that since Bryant Gumbel left the Today Show, he's grown a thick beard. Yeah, and the scary part is he's also moved to a Montana cabin and started working on his manifesto. And that I don't want to draw the line on that. When everyone else likes them, the band just sits there. I don't know what it is. Haven't quite figured it out. All right, we're going to talk about tonight's show now. This is the part of the class where I tell you who's on the exam tonight. And our first guest out is a beautiful, beautiful supermodel. Some say the most beautiful. Vendela is with us tonight. She only needs... Yeah. She's just down to one name. She's so incredibly beautiful. We also have legendary comedian Pat Cooper is with us this evening. They say he invented comedy. I don't know. And finally, this guy's an inspiration, and we can all learn from him. 74-year-old Ironman champion, if you can believe it. Bill Bell is going to come out here and kick my ass. That'll be fun to see. That's what you want to see. And right over there is Max Weinberg and his delightful Max Weinberg 7. Hey, Max. How you doing?
Now, here's here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Thank you. Andy?
I know they were throwing it to you, but
They're
still.
for both of us. Flowers for both of us. Thank you very much, whoever threw that.
There's
That's nice.
a human finger in here.
It's a warning from the mob. Very nice. Well, we should mention this right away. First of all, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Isn't that nice? Someone threw us flowers. Yeah, very nice. You know, I read something kind of interesting in the paper about this today. According to new retail statistics, this is true. Valentine's Day is the second biggest holiday when it comes to sales of women's lingerie. It's only number 2. That's right. Yeah, the holiday with the highest sales for lingerie is J. Edgar Hoover Day. I looked it up. No, he was attractive. We're on such a nice theme here. I hate to bring this up, but O.J. Simpson in the news yet again. Amazing. Yeah, I don't know if you heard this, but a cameraman is claiming that O.J. Simpson shoved him on a golf course yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, O.J. is denying the accusations, but said he will search for the real shover. And then he'll get him. Feel good about that? This is it's more a Valentine's thing to talk about, you know, uplifting things, you know, like Michael Jackson having a baby boy the other day. That's a nice thing. This is true. It's in the paper today. According to sources at the hospital, when Michael Jackson saw his baby being born, he screamed, "Wow, wow, wow." Yeah. Yeah, not because of the birth, but because he had never seen that part of a woman before. And it was just shocking. And, I feel bad now. Finally, though, just so you know, last thing I'll mention, Debbie Rowe, the mother of Michael Jackson's baby, is doing fine. She's doing very well. Yeah, that's right. She is. She's doing fine, which is very nice. Nice of you to applaud. Yeah. Yeah, right now she's at home breastfeeding the baby and Michael's llama. So those being taken care of. They're not throwing flowers anymore, Andy. You cold-hearted bastard! All right. That's how we like to start every show.
That's our old neighbor lady that lives next door.
That's right. You cold.
She opens a window and hangs
She has laundry hanging out the window. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a great show for us, not just because it's Valentine's Day, but I'm really thrilled to have our first guest out on the program this evening. Probably one of the great actors of all time, Richard Harris, is on the show, which is incredibly neat. And a fellow Irishman. This is very cool. We also have a very funny comedian, Jake Johansson, is on the show. I present him to you. And then a beautiful woman, and also very talented, in keeping with Valentine's Day, from the new movie Booty Call. You gotta love that name. Vivica A. Fox is on the show this evening. And look, there he is, the one man who really represents Valentine's Day at its very best.
Yeah, I think so.
Giving his love every night here on the show. Max Weinberg, and these guys with him known as the Max Weinberg 7. Hey, Max.
Now, here's your host, Conan O'Brien.
the show, ladies and gentlemen. We got a really, thank you. A guy whistled at me, all right. Just story of my life. We got a great show for you people tonight. We have a fantastic one, and I wanted to start off the show with a real happy announcement. I did. And I don't know if you're aware of this, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a nice little thing. Tomorrow, apparently, is Chelsea Clinton's birthday. Isn't that nice? That's nice. It's her birthday. That's right. Yeah, she said, I wanted to have a sleepover, but none of my friends could afford it. So, I don't know if you're... It costs money. I saw this. This was really interesting. Yesterday, the Vatican apparently said that divorced Catholics who remarry without getting an annulment should refrain from sex. Yeah. Yeah, and after hearing this, Michael Jackson said, I didn't know I was Catholic. Apparently... Got to mention this. I mentioned Chelsea. I'll mention the president. A few days ago, President Clinton met Dennis Rodman when he visited the Bulls locker room. That really happened. Yeah, and during the occasion, an extra Secret Service agent was assigned just to protect the president's groin. You see, at all... Huh? Let's act that out for him, huh, Andy? You know, it's all right. You don't want to get near there. Okay. And finally, I got to mention this. Interesting news in the world of TV. ABC, one of our big competitors, ABC announced that for a week in May, all their shows will be broadcast in 3D. Serious. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. And you thought Dennis Franz's ass looked big before. Wait till you'll be able to grab onto it. Oh, man. Let's talk about tonight's show. We're very happy. A gentleman who's been with us before, he's back. Hasn't been here in a while. Rapper and actor Ice-T is on the program. Ice-T and I go way back, as you can imagine. We also have a very cool guy from the movie Sling Blade, Dwight Yoakam, is on the program tonight. There's a Dwight Yoakam section over here. And then a real funny comedian, Jack Gallagher, is going to perform for you people. It all comes together. And then, of course, the man who knew Ice-T when, Max Weinberg, in his Max Weinberg 7. Hey there, Max. Guys, calm down. It's just this show, so shut up. Now, we do have an amazing show for you, though. We have a great program tonight, and starting it off, we got a special treat to announce. This is unusual for us, but ladies and gentlemen, sitting in with Max and the band are two gentlemen who helped give birth to rock and roll. As Elvis Presley's original guitarist and drummer, they recorded the bulk of his greatest work. Their album, All the King's Men, is up for a Grammy, and it's a real honor and thrill for me to welcome Scotty Moore and DJ Fontana. Guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is about as cool as it gets. Thank you, guys. And a lot to talk about tonight, folks. I don't know if you heard about this yet. A lot of you probably saw this. Something huge happened at the Olympics today, something historic. Today, folks, 15-year-old U.S. skater Tara Lipinski won the gold medal in women's figure skating and upset Olympic favorite Michelle Kwan. This is big, yeah. And when asked what she did wrong, Kwan said, "I didn't bash her in the knees." You got to plan ahead. Now, have you heard this? It's getting a little weird. Yesterday, 2 more Olympic athletes tested positive for marijuana. 2 more. Yeah. It's true. This is getting weird. Yeah, in fact, so many athletes are testing positive for marijuana, they're thinking of adding a medal for best Nintendo player. The only event I'd watch. Last night, this Iraq thing's getting weird. Last night, Paul Newman told reporters he doesn't think we should bomb Iraq. Doesn't think we should do it. Yeah, but if we do bomb Iraq, he recommends using Newman's own missiles, the missiles with his face on them. They're homemade. You see? That's the friendly part. It's better quality. And then, last thing I'll mention before we get started, big story. Monica Lewinsky's lawyer says that the so-called dress that President Clinton gave Monica is actually a T-shirt. Yeah, which makes sense, because on the front, it says, "I slept with the president and all I got was this lousy T-shirt." It's available in the store downstairs. People are running around underneath the camera. All right, let's talk about tonight's show. We have an amazing program for you tonight. We have, from the movie Love and Death on Long Island, Mr. Jason Priestley is on the show this evening. He has the coolest hair in show business. He beats me out. We also have, from the movie, a little thing called Titanic. I think you might have seen Billy Zane is on the show. That movie is doing well, I hear. And then musical guest, Hepcat. This is a great musical guest to have. You will like him, trust me. And of course, Max Weinberg and the Max Weinberg 9 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Guys.